Have you ever wondered about the origins of the Kaaba, the cube-shaped structure at the heart of Islam's most sacred mosque in Mecca? Islamic tradition tells us that the Kaaba was built by Prophet Abraham and his son Ishmael, as mentioned in Quran 2:127. An intriguing tale indeed. But it's important to note that there's a lack of historical or archaeological evidence to corroborate this belief. Furthermore, before the rise of Islam in the 7th century, the Kaaba was known to be a site of pagan worship. Despite these conflicting narratives, the Islamic faith holds the Kaaba in high regard, considering it as the house of God. This belief plays a significant role in their ritual practices, making the Kaaba a focal point in the Islamic world. So while the origins of the Kaaba might be shrouded in mystery, its importance in the Islamic faith is unquestionable. But what do Christians and Jews think about the Kaaba? Is a question that often pops up in interfaith discussions. When we delve into the Old and New Testaments, we find no mention of the Kaaba. The Bible paints a rich tapestry of Abraham's life, placing him in Mesopotamia and Canaan, regions now known as Iraq and Israel or Palestine respectively. These locales are quite a distance from Mecca, where the Kaaba stands. Christianity, with its roots in the teachings of Jesus Christ, emphasizes that true worship of God is not tied to a specific location or direction. In the Gospel of John, Jesus declares that true worshippers will worship the Father in spirit and truth. So you won't find Christians praying towards a particular geographical direction or structure. Judaism shares a similar perspective. While there is a tradition of facing Jerusalem during prayer, it's not a strict requirement. Jewish teachings underscore the omnipresence of God, as stated in Jeremiah. "Do I not fill heaven and earth?" This belief allows Jews to pray towards any direction. In essence, the Kaaba, while central to Islamic worship, doesn't carry the same religious weight in Christianity or Judaism. Christians and Jews have different theological and geographical contexts that shape their perspectives on prayer and worship. For Christians and Jews, the Kaaba does not hold the same religious significance as it does in Islam. So, why doesn't the Bible mention the Kaaba? This question has intrigued many. A plausible explanation could be that the Kaaba's construction postdates biblical times. The Bible, both Old and New Testaments, was compiled and canonized long before the establishment of the Kaaba as a religious site in the 7th century. Another possible reason for the Kaaba's absence in the Bible is its association with pagan worship, which is not related to the Abrahamic faith tradition. The Bible primarily focuses on events, narratives, and places significant to Jews and Christians. It's important to remember that the Bible, like any religious text, is deeply rooted in its historical, theological, and geographical contexts. It reflects the beliefs, values, and experiences of the people for whom and by whom it was written. The Kaaba's absence in the Bible reflects the differing historical, theological, and geographical contexts of Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Given these differing perspectives, what can we conclude about the Kaaba's significance in these religions? Well, allow me to wrap it up for you. The Kaaba, a cube-shaped structure at the heart of Mecca, plays an undeniably central role in Islamic worship, reflecting the faith's roots and traditions. Muslims around the world turn towards it during prayer, symbolizing unity and direction in their faith. However, its significance is not mirrored in Christianity or Judaism. In Christianity, the emphasis is not on a specific location or structure, but rather on the spirit and truth of worship. This reflects the teachings of Jesus Christ, who encouraged his followers to worship God in spirit and truth. The early fathers of Christianity would most likely echo this sentiment, focusing on Jesus Christ and his saving work on the cross. They believed this divine act superseded all religious structures and rituals, rendering the need for a physical worship site irrelevant. Similarly, in Judaism, while there is a tradition of facing Jerusalem during prayer, it's not a strict requirement. Jewish teachings underscore that God's divine presence fills all space, hence one can pray in any direction. In conclusion, while the Kaaba holds a central place in Islamic worship, it does not carry the same significance in Christianity or Judaism, reflecting the unique beliefs and practices of these religions. Each faith has its own distinct focus, underscoring the rich diversity of religious traditions around the world.